Are you searching for a place where you can live and learn? Where you can immerse yourself in your studies and still have room to roam? Where you can receive a world-class education and learn more about yourself? Where there are amazing opportunities in the here and now and even better on the horizon. If you want to find all this and still more, start here in Perth, Western Australia.
Are you tired of boring resumes? Meet iJourney, a digital timeline that captures your skills, creativity and character all in one place. Capture your career differently with iJourney.au.
A very good evening and welcome to the Tamandaya Hockey Stadium. It is time for match 6 at the 13th edition of the Sultan of Johor Cup 2025. And this particular fixture will see Great Britain, who lost their opening game to India by 3-2, taking on Pakistan, who beat Malaysia 7-2 in their opening game. Now, before we get things underway, I'd just like to apologise to all the GB fans, the fact that we didn't have your game live. I can just tell you that the server at the stadium went down, and that was why we were unable to bring it. The whole game now is available on YouTube, so you can watch that because we recorded it and posted it up this morning. So our apologies, it was circumstances beyond our control, but the game is there and we are here for you today, and we hope that you enjoy the action because this is a big game for Great Britain. They need to get a victory, you feel, in this match because India have had 2 wins and they are on 6 points. Australia, well, they were held in a draw 2 against Malaysia 1-1. So they go to 4 points, and these two teams, well, if Great Britain get a win, they'll both be locked on 3 points, with Malaysia on 1 and New Zealand on 0. But if these teams want to compete in the gold medal match, you feel that a win is vital for either of them. Pakistan, if they can get a victory, of course, would join India on 6, and their next game is against India on, what's tomorrow? Monday, on Tuesday. So Great Britain, though, the defending champions, they need a win tonight against Pakistan if they are going to have any hope of defending their title. 2 losses, you feel, would just put them out of the equation, and probably the best they can hope for is to play off for the bronze medal match. Just want to say as well, Pakistan fans, that we were trying to get an interview with your coaching staff, but we've been unable to achieve that at the moment. Cameron Ashraf, we did speak to him, and he has said that his English isn't quite good enough, so he wants us to talk to one of his assistant coaches, and unfortunately this morning there was no time to do so, but we will hopefully talk to one of your staff very soon. We are trying to do that as we've spoken to all the coaches from all the other teams. But I just wanted to make you aware that it's not through a lack of trying that we've been unable to share that with you. Well, the players finishing their warm-up now and making their way off the side of the pitch. We are averaging 5 goals a game here in Johor Bahru. And this is just the second day of the Sultan of Johor Cup 2025. So there's been plenty of goals. Only one team held scoreless so far, and that was New Zealand last night against Australia. Great Britain, well, they will be hoping that they can get some goals today. Certainly they created opportunities against India, and that was a very close match. And you could say that it was one that was kind of harsh to lose, but that's sport, isn't it? Sometimes if you don't take your chances and the opposition do, you pay a heavy price. Well, we're just waiting now for the officials to make their way onto the field of play. The umpires are down below. I think they're just looking for the captains of each side, and that it will be Max Anderson of Great Britain and Hanan Shahid from Pakistan. And they will come forward and toss the coin. And you can see John Bleeby there just talking to the Great Britain players. Last set of instructions. John Bleeby, well, he is the most successful coach at the Sultan of Johor Cup. He has won 4 titles here and has coached at 11 tournaments. No one else has coached anywhere near that many tournament times at this tournament. And no one else has won that many titles. India have won 3, but there have been different coaches in charge when they've won those titles. So Great Britain looking to defend their title if they can. They've only managed to do that once. They won in 2018 and 2019. And we can just see the captains now down below. And it looks to me as if Hanan Shahid has said he's happy to stay the way they are. Photograph with the officials. Final handshake. And then we can get things underway. Players will now break up from their groups. Might be one last little huddle for Pakistan. I know that the senior national coach, Tahir Zaman, is watching on. He messaged me after the first game to say he's running an FIH coaching course and is watching from afar, taking a keen interest in how these young Pakistani players are performing. It's a really big game for Great Britain. So we're just waiting now for the umpires to be given the nod to make their way onto the field of play. And I can tell you that the umpires for this game are Oliver Chahorn from Australia and Ravdeep Sethi from Hong Kong. And the video umpire is Ryan Potter from New Zealand. And me, well, I'm Ashley Morrison. I'm looking forward to sharing the action with you in this game, which should be another cracker. We've had 2 really, really good games today, and let's hope we can finish on a high with another one. And then tomorrow we can all enjoy the rest day before it gets back underway on Tuesday and Wednesday. So it's been a great day of hockey, and it's good to see the crowd still coming in. Some have left after the Malaysia game, but there are a few others still coming in, making sure they get to see some action here in Johor Bahru. But we will pause now for the national anthems of both teams. And first up will be the national anthem of Great Britain. God Save the King. And now we will have the national anthem of Pakistan, The Sacred Land. Well, the national anthem's completed. Now we have a chance to look at the team lineups for both teams. And first up, we'll be looking at the lineup of Great Britain. Starting under the bar for them tonight will be James Carlton, but expect the goalkeepers to be rotating. Harry Markham's going to be crucial, I think, tonight up front for them. And the connections as well from the midfield of Max Anderson, Harry Stone is going to be crucial. Johor again has looked lively at times. So too Johnny Sturch-Hibbert. And they're going to need them to be at their best if they're to get the goals that are going to beat Pakistan. And, of course, they're coached by John Bleeby. Turning our attention to Pakistan, well, penalty corners have been the key for them. They scored 5 against Malaysia, with Sufyan wearing number 5 scoring 3 and Nadeem wearing number 4 scoring 2. They will be very important. Zakaria Hyatt and also Shahid Hannan in the midfield will be dangerous. Hannan also gets forward and causes problems in the forward line. Also look out for the work being done by Fayez Hamza and also Walid Rana. They are coached by Cameron Ashraf. Well, final huddle for both teams. And then they will be called to the centre of the field. Often wonder what is said in these because they just had the huddle before they walked out for the national anthems. And now they have another one just before we get underway. So the Pakistan substitutes leave the field of play. The starting 11 take up their positions. And Great Britain go through one final high five between their players. Pakistan using the ball, just playing with it before they get things underway. And it will be, though, Great Britain to get us underway. Waiting over the ball, Tom Spreckley. Hails from Letchworth in England. Whistle goes, and Spreckley turns and throws it immediately out of play. 16 will be Pakistan's. And Great Britain, well, they don't go for a really high press, but they do look to put pressure on early. Pakistan again trying to steal a few metres. Sufyan throws it high, and that's probably, well, it's actually very well kept in play. I thought it was going to go out of play. And down the line they go. Surging run. And into the circle. Good save initially made there by James Carlton. Cleared it to the top of the circle. He had to do that because Pakistan players were lurking at the back post. Trying to play on quickly was Akil Ahmed. Goes back to Sufyan, who again throws it high and long. Brought down behind Johor. And just gone out of play off. It's going to be a Great Britain free hit, actually. So it was shooting the ball, I think, by the Pakistan player just before it crossed the line. Well, the free hit has gone the way of Pakistan. And we've got another ball on the pitch. That's why they've just got to wait. That's just been disposed of. So how many aerial passes have we seen? We are only a minute and a half into this game. And I think that's 5 or 6 aerial passes already. Little mistrap at the back defensively by Spreckley. And the pitch, as we've said, has been causing both teams, or all the teams, a lot of problems. Pidcock. Free hit won by Great Britain. But stolen away. Good work by Zakaria Hyatt. Even better work being done to get the ball back by Michael Royden-Turner. Royden-Turner trying to turn on the far side. He's doing good work, and it's over the side, so it'll be Great Britain's ball. Royden-Turner plays it in quickly. Johor keeps control. Arcing run by him. Good pass as well. Manages to pick out Max Anderson. Anderson feeds it wide. Cutting infield now comes Tom Austin. And it's going to be a long corner for Great Britain. Harry Stone waits on the 23-metre line. Goes back into the defensive line, comes square now to Casper Lee. And unfortunately just couldn't get that one on the end of his stick was Monty Neve. Came running out. It was a good lead by Neve, but then he had to receive the ball with his reverse stick and just couldn't quite get it under control. Zakaria plays it back into the defensive line. Zakaria again, and well, it's now back with Great Britain. It was not the best of pass to Zakaria. Monty Neve feeding it forward. Royden Turner, and that will be a penalty corner. Sufyan, the man giving it away, he's yelling at his defence, but it was really the pass to Zakaria that was the bad one and caused all the problems. So the first penalty corner of the match goes the way of Great Britain. They scored 1 from 4 in their opening game against India, so a return of 25%. Meanwhile, Pakistan conceded 2 from 5, so they had a defensive record of 40%. So read into those stats what you may. I know some people do enjoy them and like to feel that it will tell them how things are going to pan out. Top of the circle is Casper Lee at the first battery and Spreckley at the second. They go to Casper Lee. Lee flicks straight into the first runner. Will be another penalty corner. Strong running coming that time from Basharat Ali. So they've switched places this time around. And we've got a player going early, I think, for Pakistan. So they will lose a defender, and this is a really good opportunity for Great Britain. Wasim is the player penalised. He makes his way disconsolately up to the halfway line. Well, he's now actually signalled he wants to come off, that he's got a niggle in his hamstring. Great Britain play it across, it stopped. Good save initially that time by Ali Raza. Good save again, appeals for a penalty corner, and they're granted by Great Britain. And the Pakistan fans alongside us, they're pretty happy about the save there. Ali Raza doing a good job again. Casper Lee at the first battery. Tom Spreckley at the second. They tried a variation last time. So Spreckley again denied. Good running again. That time I think it was Nadeem. It's going to be Great Britain's ball from the side. Played to the baseline. Royden Turner tried to use 3D skills. Found Chahota, but Pakistan managed to nick it away. Desperately trying to get inside the circle. Free hit won by Great Britain. Top of the D. Into the circle they go. The deflection is there, and that is the opening goal for Great Britain. It was well worked, and it was tucked in by Harry Markham. Well, I said he was going to need to fire tonight, and he has. He's got the opening goal. And so Great Britain get the lead just as they wanted, and that puts them in the box seat at the moment, but still a very, very long way to go. Just the 5th minute of the match. But certainly Great Britain moving the ball well, and Markham lifting it past Ali Raza. So Pakistan will have to now come back. We'd have to keep an eye out to see whether Wasim Mohammed comes back out onto the field of play. So the restart by Pakistan. Sufyan again just launches it high and long. 2 Great Britain players there, no one for Pakistan. Almost stolen, but very good skills shown in the end by Tom Austin. And Austin's done very, very well down that far side. Keeping possession, gaining meters. Ball will come square now to Pidcock. Pidcock, a little jink inside. Cole Pidcock, whose dad Justin played for England at the 98 Commonwealth Games when they won a bronze. Into the circle. Raza makes a save. Top of the D, reverse stick. There's the second. And Great Britain have got 2 in very quick succession. The ball played out to the top of the circle. Sturch Hibbert was the man on the spot, and he buried it with interest. So 2 goals in quick succession for Great Britain, and they have a 2-0 lead. And that is literally within the same minute. We're still in the 5th minute. Sturch Hibbert will be very happy with that. As I said, he was out for a while with a hamstring injury. Now back. He is, of course, part of the England senior squad. So that will really boost his confidence. So Pakistan, this could be very interesting. Can they come back? 2 goals conceded in the first 5 minutes. They restart. Zakaria doesn't control it. Sufyan will come wide now to Akil. Akil goes up the line, trying to turn, winning the free hit though well is Basharat Ali. His pass is to no one in particular, and Great Britain pick it up through Casper Lee. Now the ball runs forward, and it's good work by Nathan Gladman. He cuts infield, trying to squeeze the ball through, but he will get a free hit for a foul just outside the 23 coming from Nadeem. So Great Britain now just calming things down. Dracy, is it? Into the circle, battling away again is Sturch Hibbert. So Pakistan finally get a 16. Once again, we see it launched high and long. Well, I understand the need to throw it high and long. I just grew up watching Pakistan running with the ball and the interchange between the players, and I think I just yearn to see them do that to try and get back in a game. It's my romantic view of Pakistan hockey. Sufyan goes out wide. Fires Hamza, tries to turn and get inside the circle, dispossessed. 2 players there for Great Britain, and then they again manage to just play it out, playing in the triangle. Anderson wins the free hit for Great Britain. The captain comes forward. Has been missed by 3 or 4 players, and then, unfortunately for Great Britain, lifted up off the stick that time of Jack Stamp. Made his debut the other night in the game against India. Jack Stamp, who actually won the Player of the Future at Beeston in 21-22 and 22-23, so Beeston Hockey Club clearly know what they're talking about. Don't think anyone doubted that, to be honest. Akil goes back now to Sufyan, carries it over halfway. Tries to fire it straight down the middle. That was intercepted well again by Casper Lee. He started this game superbly. Anderson having to hurry to keep the ball in play on the far side. Cuts infield now. Evades the first challenge. Got another challenge coming. Zakaria got a touch. So Anderson goes back into the defensive line. Now it comes to Pidcock. Pidcock infield again. Defensively, Spreckley. A nice little shimmy again coming from Caden Dracy. And Dracy thought he had the free hit, but it's gone Pakistan's way. On the outside, Pakistan drilled early. Lovely ball into the circle, shot on the turn and taken wide. Well, Carlton came to close it down, and there was just a touch that just took it away from him at the vital moment. So close from Hanan Shahid. Zakaria. Well, it was collected brilliantly on the far side by Muhammad Ahmad. He would have seen that quite late. Akil now in the corner. Akil beats 1, beats 2, into the circle. Akil to the baseline, to the back post. Well, I think there was just a touch from Great Britain and smashed forward. That was great from Royden Turner. Royden Turner back helping out the defence and very calm under pressure. Royden Turner was a product of the South African College High School in Cape Town. Nadim. I think that's Wasim back on the far side. He looks as if he is back out there. So obviously that hamstring niggle, maybe a little massage, and he's all right now. Trying to turn infield. Lovely turn from Waleed. Waleed advances top of the circle, forced away by Dracy. Waleed still has possession for Pakistan. Back comes Royden Turner. Forces Waleed to play the ball backwards. And suddenly Pakistan are back inside their own half. Comes out wide this time for Akil. He feeds it down the line. Kept in play brilliantly by Zakaria. Zakaria around the back. Well, he got the better that time of Caden Dracy, but he couldn't keep the ball in play. If Pakistan are going to get back in this game, you feel it's the likes of Zakaria and Hanan Shahid who are the players that are going to do it. They do have, obviously, great weapons from penalty corners in Nadim and Sufyan. Dracy, 4.5 minutes till the first break. Great Britain leading by 2-0. Turned over this time. Mohammed Ahmed carries it forward again. Chased all the way by Max Anderson. Anderson got a touch. Mohammed Ahmed's done well. Anderson now, it's a foot race. Anderson gets there ahead of the Pakistan player. Cuts infield and leaves a man literally in the dirt behind him. Now it's Royden Turner. He cuts infield. That's a very good tackle as the player went to ground. And now it's Pakistan trying to create something again. Waleed throws it high and across field. Watched all the way brilliantly that time by Ted Graves. Back it comes to Hewson. Dracy. Dracy again. Comes wide to Tom Austin. Austin, well, that was clever. Chihota, how he got his feet out of the way there. Chihota trying to find a way through. He's got a free hit. Hewson, though, his little dummy really sold the Pakistanis, and it was just hard to explain exactly what he did, but it was just he shaped as if he was going down the line, and then just this clever little pass infield to find Chihota. Tom Austin just gets it out of the traffic. Comes back now into the defensive line. Spreckley will feed it wide. Casper Lee closed down. Casper Lee gets past one, feeds it wide now onto the flank. Good work being done by Austin. Blocked by Pakistan. The ricochet was kind for Great Britain and it fell to Monty Neve. Neve's trying to get it in the circle. We'll get a free hit outside the deep. Played on quickly again. Stolen away though by Pakistan. They've played on. Certainly the ball wasn't stopped by Zakaria. He lifted that one, and I thought a little bit high, but he's got away with it. Zakaria then a little bit over physical in the challenge on Casper Lee. Chihota. Well, the ball will break again. Well for Max Anderson. Max Anderson once more. Chihota was near the top of the circle. Really good intercept by Pakistan. Trying to turn. Waleed. Free hit, though, goes Great Britain's way. 2 minutes until the first break. Great Britain making the changes. Nathan Gladman plays it in from the side. The man studying history at the University of Exeter. Not a bad city to be a student. Great Britain trying to find a way again forward. Royden Turner has got a free hit, edge of the circle, takes it 5 meters, into the circle he goes. And he gets the foot. It'll be another penalty corner to Great Britain. They're fourth in this first quarter. Haven't scored as yet from a penalty corner, but this may be their chance. Big discussions at the top of the circle. And the advice coming in from the coaching staff being carried by Casper Lee, as you'll see him coming shot now. He will share what the coaches want them to do, or attempt to do, from this penalty corner. And Casper Lee will take up his position at the first battery. And I think it is again going to be Spreckley at the second. No, it's Markham at the second this time. So Markham just rocking back and forth on the balls of his feet. He goes to the second battery, Harry Markham. Oh, Harry Markham gets a second. Great Britain get a third. And suddenly that hill that Pakistan have to climb to get back into this match has just got a little bit steeper. Markham with a wonderful flick. And Great Britain go into a 3-0 lead. Well, this is a very good start by the Great Britain team. And that takes us to 29 goals. And this is match number 6. So it looks like we're going to achieve that average of 5, certainly by the end of the day. I just wonder what Cameron Ashraf is going to have to say in the first break. He would be, I'm sure, very upset with the way his team has started in this game. Former Olympian, well, or rather an Olympian. You're never a former Olympian, are you? Took part in the Atlanta and 2000 Olympics, Cameron Ashraf. Comes wide again, Wasim. Tries to squeeze the ball through. It's a very good pass, managing to pick out the run of Faiz Hamza. Free hit again to Pakistan. Hamza leaves it. Zakaria over the ball now. We're in the final minute of the first quarter. And played towards the baseline, but harmlessly out of play. You have to say, just looking at this opening quarter, this is just hard to believe that it's the same team that played yesterday. The passes are not happening for Pakistan. Stealing it now. And the recovery coming back to Great Britain players going up in the air, and it was Matthew Hewson who went to ground, and his going to ground has resulted in the penalty corner. So here's a great chance for Pakistan to get back in this match. Sufyan, we know, is in incredible form from penalty corners. But I'm sure that John Bleeby and his goalkeepers, James Carlton and Callum Douglas, will have done their homework. They would have been watching where Sufyan puts the ball, and also any little triggers that may be there as to how he plays the ball. So Sufyan is at the first battery. At the second, we have Faiz Hamza. Sure they'll go to Sufyan. They do indeed. It's a mistrap though, and a wild swing that time. And we've got a Great Britain player down now. Well, what was that? Was that something off the ball? Certainly both teams have gone running to the umpire. The siren is gone, so that is the end of the first quarter. The player that was down is back up on his feet. He's limping, using his stick as a support as he comes off. The physio coming on as she is allowed after the hooter. But that is the end of the first quarter. Great start by Great Britain. 2 goals to Harry Markham, 1 from Sturch Hibbert. Means that Great Britain are leading Pakistan by 3 goals to 0.
Are you tired of boring resumes? Meet iJourney, a digital timeline that captures your skills, creativity and character all in one place. Capture your career differently with iJourney.au.
Are you searching for a place where you can live and learn? Where you can immerse yourself in your studies and still have room to roam? If you want to find all this and still more, start here in Perth, Western Australia.
Well, the Great Britain players coming back out onto the turf. Pakistan, they were back out after about a minute. So I don't know whether their coach had a very short, sharp message for his players, but certainly whatever it was, they were back out there and not hanging around. Trailing 3-0 at the first break. Plenty of time for Pakistan to come back into this game. But Great Britain have started really well. Great Britain get us underway. Ball played back to Caden Dracey. Into the midfield. Harry Stone battling to keep it. He's got the free hit. He plays on quickly. Wanted to play the angle pass, but it was just cut off. It was good work, in fact, being done by Abdul Kaim. Stone gets another free hit, carries it forward this time. Lovely little turn that time from Sturch Hibbert. Sturch Hibbert advancing to the circle, but penalised for shooting the ball with his stick. As I mentioned before this game, if Great Britain win this game, it is really going to open up this tournament. All the teams will have played 2 games, and there will be 3 to play. Nice work by Zakaria. Zakaria will get the free hit. He was impeded by Chihota. India will be in the strongest position with 2 wins out of their 2 games. But they still have to play Pakistan. They still have to play Australia. Comes out wide, and Akil plays it into the defensive line. Wasim carries it forward. Zakaria. Heavy touch by Sufyan, but carries over halfway. Well directed pass by Sufyan, but good defence again from Great Britain. And they've stayed calm under pressure. Comes across to Caden Dracey. Oh, heavy touch from him, seen it turned over. Top of the circle, trying to get the shot away was Hanan Shahid, but he did in the end, and it was wide. It's good work by Waleed again around the edge of the circle. Waleed is certainly a dangerous player, plays for Navy, the Navy Forces side back in Pakistan. Won a silver at the Nations Cup in Kuala Lumpur earlier this year. He didn't actually play, but he was here and part of the squad. Didn't get on the field to play. Oh dear, that one ricochets off the stick that time of Akil. It's a Great Britain ball from the side. Royden Turner leaves it. Sturch Hibbert just helps it back. Tom Austin is the man who will take it. Goes back into the defensive line, Hewson. Casper Lee feeds it forward. Now Pakistan again working it along the back line. Wasim feeding it out wide now into the path of Akil. Akil back to Wasim. Sufyan. Again, the flick of the wrist, the long aerial pass, but not able to bring it under control. Caden Dracey was lurking. Didn't go in the 5 metres, though. He's over the ball now. Comes infield, this time to Hewson. Back into the defensive line. Well played by Austin in the end. Feeds it out wide now, and a chance for Graves. Back into Austin. Should break for Chihota. Chihota holds it up, left the ball behind for a second, got it back, and it's going to be stolen away from him as he was just off balance there. And that was the same reason why the ball was lost that time by Sufyan. He was off balance. Mazy little run, strong challenge coming in to steal the ball away from Hewson. He looked at the umpire wanting something, didn't get anything. Johor again. Back into the defensive line for Great Britain. Dracy trying to slide the pass into the circle. Good defence coming back. Can he keep it in play? Appeals that it had gone over the baseline that time from Akil. But he's got it into the corner. Great Britain stolen it. And it's a free hit to Pakistan. Time on the ball again for Pakistan, but forced back. Good defensive play by Great Britain, leading, trying to get the touch again. It was determination from Waleed. Now coming forward again, Mohammed Ahmed. He's putting pressure on, but good work being shown by Matt Hewson. Nice little dummy that time from Pidcock. Anderson, that's a great direction from his pass, and it's wide of the mark, and the frustration from Royden Turner as he smashes his stick into the turf. It was a really good pass by Anderson to pick out Royden Turner, and he had time to turn. Can tell you that Mohammed Janjur is under the bar now for Pakistan. They've switched their goalkeepers. So too Great Britain, Callum Douglas, as they rotate them. Casper Lee won't keep that in play, so it'll be a Pakistan ball on the far side. And kept in play. No, he's at a long corner. Zakaria comes across to take that. Happy to go back into the defensive line. Comes square again to Wasim. Back to Sufyan. Sufyan playing it towards the circle. Brought down edge of the D. And a penalty corner won by Mohammed Ahmed. So second penalty corner now for Pakistan. If you remember the last one, they failed to trap it. So this will be a real test now for Great Britain. Callum Douglas under the bar. The Scotsman. Got his first full cap in the Nations Cup 2025 in the European Hockey Championships #2. So at the second battery is Nadim. Nadim scored 2 against Malaysia. Sufyan is at the first. He scored 3. Sufyan leaning on his stick. Comes to him, he flicks hard and he gets it past Douglas, and Pakistan pull one back. Sufyan gets his 4th. Well, Sufyan from penalty corners at the moment is the man. He has really made it difficult for the goalkeepers to prevent him scoring. And I think no matter how much homework you do, it's just proving very difficult to stop him getting past. So Pakistan have the lifeline they were looking for. 3-1 now, the score, as we wait again to get things underway because we have this celebration time. It is a little frustrating when the players want to get on with play. Everybody's ready, and we have to wait for this 40-second clock. I have to say, I'm not a fan. But you probably gathered that by now. So Sufyan, who hails from Banu in Pakistan, on the ball now. Carries it forward. Markham came back to, in fact, it was Anderson came back to put pressure on him. Nice little stick poke there, taking the ball away momentarily. And over the side it goes, taken quickly by Waleed. Into the circle. And that will be a free out. That was clever by Dracy, finding the foot of the Pakistan player. Anderson in a good position out wide on the right, receiving the ball and waiting his pass for Markham. Markham's strong. Markham played it infield. He was looking for a little foot but didn't manage to find it. And then that one's just gone, unfortunately, behind Gladman. Zakaria now. Looking to go infield. Was that a fair tackle that time by Harry Stone? Not according to the umpire. Zakaria plays it into the foot of Stone this time. Suddenly, Pakistan seem to be coming to life and emerging from what was probably a bit of a torpor in the first quarter. And look at the speed down the right-hand side. Cutting infield, top of the circle. And luckily just over-elaborated. Good work by Nathan Gladman. He calmly carried it out, and now it's been carried forward by Sturch Hibbert, held up on halfway. Sturch Hibbert plays it in the path of Harry Stone. Stone is going to be closed down. Good work by the two Pakistan players coming back. The ball eventually coming up with Fayez Hamza. Stolen back again by Hewson. Free hit goes to Hewson. 6.5 minutes left in the first half. Dracy. Carried forward this time by Stone. Has to go back again. Little mistrap there. I think again it was the result of the pitch. Cole Pidcock retrieved the ball. It'll come to him once more. Infield it goes again to Hewson. Hewson. Straight ball up the field was closed down, so he comes out onto the right to Dracy. Gladman, closed down by Zakaria. Clever by Gladman, got it off Zakaria over the side, so it'll be Great Britain ball on halfway on the sideline. Graves comes back into the field of play. Stone showed for it. Well, it wasn't quite the touch he wanted, but Anderson improvised superbly. And then trying to keep that in play, but unable to do so was Pidcock. A little bit of magic from Max Anderson. His parents never played hockey. It was actually his siblings that were playing, and he saw them playing and decided that he wanted to have a go. Won the most promising player at the Sultan of Johor Cup back in 2022. And this is his 4th appearance. Great Britain get the ball back. Sturch Hibbert. Well, it's going to be Pakistan ball from the side. We're into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Pakistan trailing 3-1. Can they get another goal before the half-time break to really give themselves a lifeline? Comes out wide again to Akil. Happily plays it back into the defensive line. Wasim carries it forward. Akil again. Nadeem. Oh, clever on the far side. Wonderful skills from Zakaria. He loses out in the end, but he's got a free hit. Zakaria takes the ball, plays on quickly, held up at the 23-metre line. Hanan Shahid just calming things down in the midfield. He's been kept relatively quiet by Great Britain in this match, but you cannot let him loose for a second. Deflected into the circle, desperate defence. Little shove in the back from Pakistan. Now that was easy for the umpire right in front of him. There was nothing subtle about that whatsoever. Don't know how Fayez Hamza thought he was going to get away with it. Pidcock drops it back. Dracy now. Back it goes once more from Jack Stamp. Sprackley. Oh, that was a very casual and cool bit of work by Zakaria. Lovely run forward by Shahid. Well, it's gone in, but there was no touch. He is absolutely furious that none of his teammates were on that line and got a touch. You should have seen him turn then after he hit that ball. It was a beautiful ball played in by him. And there were players inside the circle for Pakistan. But Hanan Shahid demanding a lot from his teammates. 2.5 to go till half-time. Free hit goes Pakistan's way. And unfortunately, look again at the frustration. Well, Pakistan arguing amongst themselves, and that was again Hanan Shahid, such a fierce competitor, doesn't like losing and expects the highest from his teammates. Tom Austin goes back to Caden Dracy. Looking to close him down now is Saifullah. Saifullah staying forward now. He's ghosted him behind the defence of Great Britain. The big question is, can Shahid find him? He looks at the umpire, nothing doing from the umpires if he wanted a free hit. A little bit frustrated, leaning on his stick now behind play. The captain of Pakistan. Disconsolate? Possibly. Having to just check back that time was Tom Austin. Little short pass infield to Hewson. Casper Lee now uses Hewson once more. Caden Dracy, we're approaching the final minute. Dracy, it's a mistrap by him. And he'll flick it up the sideline. It's lucky bounce actually for Great Britain. And bursting forward now. Good work being done by Gladman. Casper Lee comes wide once more to Austin. Austin seeing a lot of ball tonight. Cutting infield, but nothing doing. He thought he was impeded, was Royden Turner. Chahota trying to bring it out of the sky, but onto the shin of Casper Lee. Saifullah making his run forward again. Nadeem from the side. There's 26 seconds left. Well, both players running towards the ball. Again, Great Britain player claiming there was a little nudge of the stick on the head, asking if he's okay, and I think the umpire just saying, come on, let's get on with it. Sturch Hibbert back on his feet. Still feeling his head. And he clearly did get a knock because he's still feeling it now. Just escaping Austin that time, but he will get the loose ball. Good work by Tom Austin. Well, not a lot on. It needs to be played into the circle quickly if they're going to get anything out of this. Anderson deflects it forward. Penalty corner has been given. Well, I think they're going to go upstairs. Is this a Pakistan referral for the whistle or is it for the penalty corner itself? Well, we will have to wait and see. Certainly I felt that the whistle had gone just before we heard the siren. So that is the big question, and whether Pakistan are going to have to defend a penalty corner. Certainly Great Britain are waiting for the penalty corner. It gives me a chance again to acknowledge our sponsors. iJourney, a more personalised view of your career. And of course Project Innovations in PTE Limited is a project and management company located and working in Asia, but with experience far beyond those Asian boundaries. And of course, from all over the world, people are choosing this warm and wonderful city of Perth to live, study and work in. Study Perth, you know it makes sense. Visit their website, studyperth.com, for more information about making Perth your academic home. And the penalty corner does stand, so if that was a Pakistan referral, they will have lost it. But we'll try and find out if they have lost it or not during the half-time break. So Great Britain, with their fifth penalty corner, can throw everybody forward. The siren has gone. Dracy is at the first battery. And it looks like Casper Lee is at the second. Perfect time for Great Britain to restore their three-goal cushion if they can. Pakistan taking their time to get their protective gear on. Dracy just bouncing his hips as he leans forward just on the edge of your screen. They go to Caden Dracy. He flicks hard and it's wide of the goal this time. Plenty of power but off target, and that is the end of the first half. And it's been a very good one for Great Britain. They went 3-0 up after the first 15 minutes. Goal pulled back from a penalty corner for Sufyan. So as we enter the half-time break, it is Great Britain 3, Pakistan 1.
Are you searching for a place where you can live and learn? Where you can immerse yourself in your studies and still have room to roam? Where you can receive a world-class education and learn more about yourself? Where there are amazing opportunities in the here and now and even better on the horizon? If you want to find all this and still more, start here in Perth, Western Australia.
Are you tired of boring resumes? Meet iJourney, a digital timeline that captures your skills, creativity and character all in one place. Capture your career differently with iJourney.au.
Are you searching for a place where you can live and learn? Where you can immerse yourself in your studies and still have room to roam? Where you can receive a world-class education and learn more about yourself? Where there are amazing opportunities in the here and now and even better on the horizon. If you want to find all this and still more, start here in Perth, Western Australia.
Are you tired of boring resumes? Meet iJourney, a digital timeline that captures your skills, creativity and character all in one place. Capture your career differently with iJourney.au.
The Great Britain players emerging from the dressing rooms below the grandstand. They're keen to get on with things. They are in a strong position, leading Pakistan 3-1, and get their defence of their Sultan of Johor Cup trophy from 2024 underway. The loss last night was a tough one to bear, just the odd goal against India. But a win tonight will still give them a chance to make it through to the final on Saturday next week. Making his way to his goal, James Carlton. Also a member of the Exeter University, studying economics there. Made his debut in the Pro League in 2024 against Argentina for England. And they're out a long way before their opponents, Pakistan. Just to give you an idea, these two have actually not met in the Sultan of Johor Cup since 2015. And that game finished 0-0. And of course, Great Britain went on to win the Sultan of Johor Cup in 2015. That was their first title. And if you're questioning that, Pakistan had not played in the Sultan of Johor Cup since 2016 up until 2023. So... and then they were in different pools in 2023 because we had 8 teams. So did not play against each other there. And I can tell you, in the 2 meetings they've had, it was Great Britain 1 draw. And Pakistan actually had not scored a goal. So Sufyan's goal is the first goal against Great Britain at the Sultan of Johor Cup. But Pakistan, you feel, are going to have to find 2 more. There's Hamza looking very relaxed on the halfway line. Just waiting for the clock to count down. As you can see, 30 seconds or a little bit less now before we can get the third quarter and the second half underway. Can tell you back in goal is Ali Raza for Pakistan. And amazingly, the ball patrol have only just come out. So the players are on the pitch. The clock has gone down for us ready to start. The ball patrol just emerging. So thrown again, high and long, watched all the way, brought down well by Great Britain. Sufyan seems to just love hurling the ball the length of the field. And I'm not sure how effective it is at times when it just gives your opponents possession. Casper Lee, man from Sutton Coldfield Hockey Club. Good work down the left-hand side. Surging forward again is Austin. What a game he's having. Anderson dinks it past the defence. Good recovery, though, by Sufyan, who just took it away, takes a tumble. Again, I'm not sure there was much in that from Anderson. That was a very important touch, just taking it infield from Hewson. And now look at the space that Harry Stone has. Stone trying to play it forward, but that pass was easily read and cut out. Pakistan coming infield again. They drop it back to Sufyan. Nadeem is wide. He will play it to him eventually. He hesitated for a second. So played in from the sideline. Waleed. Nice dummy by him. Nobody in that space, though, for Pakistan. So it will be Great Britain. Free hit out of defence. Once again, it comes to Tom Austin. Tom Austin, one of the two Scotsmen in the team. Callum Douglas, the goalkeeper, the other. And there's a chance now for Hanan Shahid, given a lot of space to run into. Fires it in, trying to turn. They're at the back post. Brilliant save by Carlton. They want to refer this one. So clearly where I thought Pakistan might have lost their referral in the first half, they didn't. Because they've still got it, so it must have been an umpire. In fact, Great Britain is saying they've got no referral. I think that is actually now. I think that's what the Great Britain players were going forward and saying, hey, they don't have a referral. I might be wrong. But they're looking for a stroke by the sounds of things. And as I've said previously, unfortunately we can't hear the conversations with the umpires on the video referrals, and neither can we see the play. So I can't be any wiser for you. Anyway, I will just acknowledge our sponsors again from all over the world. People are choosing the warm and wonderful city of Perth to live, study and work. Study Perth, you know it makes sense. That's studyperth.com.au. And iJourney, careers captured differently. That's iJourney.au. Well, somebody is shouting. I'm just trying to work out who that is. I think it's actually the Pakistan crowd giving advice, no doubt. So no decision possible is the call. And I think they're talking about having a bully again. Certainly, without a big screen and the message being relayed to the player or the fans inside the stadium, it's a little bit frustrating. And a stroke has now been given. So the claim is that there was a stick tackle. So Sufyan has made his way forward for the penalty stroke, looking to add to his tally. So Sufyan will go up against James Carlton. Carlton just taking his time. Carlton hitting both posts, one with the stick, one with the mitt. Sufyan goes into the crouch. Carlton, can he keep him at bay? He does indeed. And the crowd to our left, who are the GB supporters, over the moon with that, as the 2-goal cushion remains. Now that is the second penalty stroke we've seen saved in the tournament. And the first one was saved by India against Great Britain. Stolen away, chance for them to come forward again. Pakistan through Waleed, feeds it into the circle. Shahid fed it back, great save again, and another save from Carlton. And Great Britain will clear the danger again. And the protest from Pakistan waved away by the umpire, but it's still their ball from the side. Good lead again, out wide that time from Fayaz Hamza. Well, certainly the appeals from Pakistan are getting a little bit more vociferous. That was quite clever, letting that one run that time, Sturch Hibbert. Although Pakistan have come up with the ball again, it's Waleed bursting forward. Waleed going around the outside of Casper Lee, fires it in. No foot, says the umpire, and calmness under pressure. That was very well done. Oh dear, and it's just been played that time by Chahota behind Nathan Gladman. So possession given back cheaply to Pakistan. Played on quickly. And that just went wrong. I think that's the only way you can describe that. It didn't go where it was intended from Basharat Ali. So Gladman is going to get closed down. He plays it down the line. Strong running that time from Casper Lee. Shahid. Shahid takes Lee on, accelerates past him, manages to avoid the other challenge, feeds the ball inside the circle, saved on the line. In fact, it's gone in. So just a little touch in the end coming from Pakistan's Basharat Ali. And so they have a second goal, and this game is now very much alive for Pakistan. Great work again by Shahid Hanan, the way he ran across, and I think it has been referred upstairs now by Great Britain, who clearly want to have it rubbed out. James Carlton just explaining to the umpire exactly what he feels. Pakistan are back inside their own half. And then Shahid has come across and off the field of play to get a drink. Great Britain now seem to be taking out their positions as if it is a goal. Still waiting for the decision to come down. And Great Britain players wanting to change, but not allowed to until after we hear the decision come down. So once again, I'll just acknowledge one active supporting hockey from the grassroots all the way to the big stage here at the Sultan Johor Cup. Every pouch sold helps fund local sport. Fuel your game, fund theirs. That is oneaction.com.au. New sports drink, and you can go to their website and order that. Well, Carlton has his helmet on, trudges back to his goal. All the attention is on that man. It looks like there's a conversation happening. No goal. So that is a good referral by Great Britain. So we are back to 3-1. Pakistan's celebrations come to naught. Well, it's been a lively first 5 minutes of the third quarter. We've had a stroke saved and a goal rubbed out. Johor just saying, calm things down, guys, calm things down. We don't want to play at their pace. Caden Tracy comes forward. Went as if he was going to play the ball to Graves, but instead went back into the defensive line to Spreckley. Spreckley on the ball again. I thought about going crossfield to Tracy, but that was going to be risky. That's a nice turn in the midfield. Really good turn from Jack Stamp into the circle. Didn't get the touch he wanted with the shot that time, Royden Turner. But a long corner has been won by Great Britain. Just mishit the shot. Tracy now goes square again. Took a deflection. It's going to break kindly for Great Britain. It will be at the top of the circle. Shot on the, well, it's a ball into the circle on the turn from Sturch Hibbert. Oh, what a touch that was from Royden Turner. Back to Royden Turner. Into the circle he goes, up in the air over the defender. Just trying to see, I think that might be, is it Basharat Ali or is it Sufyan? It's not Sufyan because he's going to offer his condolences. Royden Turner, shake of the head. It's in fact neither of those players, my apologies. It's Wasim, the man that limped off in the first couple of minutes after the first goal. Penalty corner was awarded. I have to say, I didn't think Royden Turner really touched him that hard. Sufyan for Pakistan goes across field to Wasim. Wasim has underhit that pass. Good work again by Royden Turner. Pakistan recover though, get the ball back. Just dropped back that time by Samiola. Good lead and turn by Muhammad Ahmad. And look at the pace down the left-hand side. Well, he tried to take that one early. Got right underneath it. It's good defensive play, though, by Great Britain. It didn't give him any space. Ran shoulder to shoulder with him as well. Tracy having a stretch. Did well to get that under control, the big man. Got his stick down very quickly in the horizontal on the ground. Comes wide again. Chance for Waleed to start something for Pakistan. Ahmed Mohammed sets off again, pursued by Royden Turner. They have to come back to the defensive line. Wide it comes now to Sufyan. Sufyan plays it down the line. First time again from Waleed, but nothing will result from that. Was extremely ambitious, I have to say, by Waleed. Wide it comes for Great Britain. Casper Lee feeds it up the line. Austin, that was heavy from him, but Shahid Hanan got it for a second, and Nadeem has to help out to get the ball back for Pakistan. Muhammad Ahmed feeding it wide out onto the left-hand side. Wants the return pass, skipped over the top of the ball. Good work by Max Anderson, the captain. Oh, superb inside the circle by Anderson. Now Chahota needs to get his stick on the ball. Goes past easily Nadeem. Chahota cuts infield. Nadeem comes back. Good stick poke by him. Sufyan on the ball now. Throws it to the air once again. Straight to the Great Britain player who brings it down calmly. And that is Hewson. Chahota goes wide out onto the right-hand side. Royden Turner throws it high into the air. This time it'll be brought down by Tom Austin. Nadeem gives away the free hit outside the circle. Austin knows he's got to go the 5. He's made sure that he has, but played the ball straight to Sufyan. Pakistan will get the chance to clear the danger. It's gone over the top again, missed by everybody. Just under 6.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Tracy goes across field. Kasperli feeds it forward again. And Pakistan, well, they almost gave themselves a bit of a worry there, but the ball was cleaned up at the back by Akil. But now it's Great Britain. There's numbers there wanting to play it across. Long corner is the best they could get, and that will be frustrating. Chihota was just waiting for the ball to come to him. He would have just had the keeper to beat. Raza, though, was alert to the danger. That's just too high. Caden Tracy just gives a little shake of his own head in frustration. Shahid. Hanan Shahid, lovely little sway of the hips, takes him away from the opposite captain, Max Anderson. Pakistan's captain into the circle it goes. Took a deflection that time off the stick of Kasperli, so it'll be a long corner to Pakistan. In fact, it's not a long corner, it's a free hit just on the edge of the circle. Zakria leaves it. Shahid takes it. Goes the 5 meters. Great Britain, good tackle again by Max Anderson when his team needed it. Comes wide again. Lovely turn that time by Michael Royden-Turner. Royden-Turner just holding it up into the circle he goes. Good skills from him. Shot to the back post. Squares it. Great Britain get a shot. Raza. Well, he managed to block the shot from directly in front. Ali Raza with a great save, keeping Pakistan alive in this game. A really good movement by Great Britain that time. And again, involved was Royden-Turner. And now it's Zakria Hyatt, chased by Max Anderson. Into the circle it goes to the back post. Great save. Well played, James Carlton. Well, both goalkeepers keeping their teams alive, and just as Great Britain were looking to break forward, there's been a referral again. Carlton is looking again at the umpire to say, what for? Well, again, Tracy is saying we were about to counter-attack there, and they're just basically breaking up our counter-attack. Now, if that is the fact, it should be a card. So it will be interesting to see what the claim is here. I'm a little bit frustrated that we can't hear, because Carlton, I thought, made a perfectly fine save. It certainly appeared to me when the ball was played into the circle that there was no offence at all there. And the ball went through to the back post where, as I say, Carlton made a sharp save. So we'll just have to wait and see what the outcome is. Pakistan have again just wandered out of the 23, so I don't think they're too bothered now. Again, if they have called just to break up the counter-attack, it should be a card. And that's what I think Caden Tracy was trying to remind the umpire. I think he's in fact, I think, still saying, trying to make that point. Well, it looks like the decision is coming down to the field of play now. So we're going to have a bully. They're saying no decision possible. I've had a few of those today. We did have a very embarrassing attempt at a bully in the previous game, Australia against Malaysia. Kasperli is saying you put it out, and Pakistan do just that. So that's good to see. And to be fair, every team today, it's been fairly sporting in terms of when there has been a bully. You would expect that. Kasperli Harry Stone just gave himself a little bit of room. It's going to be squared. Chance now comes to Sami Ullah, feeds it forward again for Pakistan. Hanan Shahid on halfway. Doesn't go for the run this time, tries to angle it down the sideline. And it goes over the side, and, well, I'm not sure what he was shouting at. It was his pass that went over the sideline. Dracy gets the return pass. Shahid gets a touch and takes it over the side. Pakistan need to get that. They don't. It's brought down inside the circle now. Great chance for Great Britain, but it was good recovery by Pakistan. Sufyan did well. It was not Sufyan, it was Akil, my apologies. Akil did very well to recover after his mistrap of the high ball. Nice turn again coming from Jack Stamp. Over the side it goes this time, off the Great Britain stick. There's a ball on the field of play. Pakistan make their way across. Zakaria wants to get on with it quickly, but took it too far forward. 2.5 minutes left. Sufyan, a little bit of space for him. Will he go? The slap into the circle. He lifted that one up dangerously. A free hit will be taken where he lifted the ball. Casper Lee told that is okay. Not exactly the spot, but it'll do, says the umpire. It comes wide again. Pidcock goes back into the defensive line. Dracy will get that under control, but he's going to get closed down. Needs to try and move it quickly. Goes out wide onto the right-hand side. Again, lovely little sway of the hips. Gives Great Britain the chance to move. That was Hewson with the little shimmy. Thrown high and long. Chahota running and his stick up in the air, trying to bring it down, but it was too far ahead of him. 1.5 minutes left now. Nadeem turns, plays it forward for Pakistan. Trying to change direction. Good work being done by Saif Ullah. Zakaria looking to play on again from the wrong place. Hanan Shahid checks he's in the right spot. Goes a crossfield ball. Comes to Sufyan again. He will no doubt try and time the ball into the circle. Chahota closed him down, so had to go back. Played out wide this time by Wasim. Back to Wasim it goes. Chahota again cuts off the pass to Sufyan. Markham was there. There was a little push in the back of the Pakistan player there from GB. Sufyan. Chahota again comes across, tries to get the ball. And the umpires just stop in play at the moment inside the circle. Time back on. 30 seconds remaining. Harry Stone didn't know where the ball gone. Sufyan, well, was the ball stopped when Sufyan played that? That's debatable, but Great Britain have defended well. They've kept their focus. And over the side it is played by Nadeem. And Great Britain will take their time, you would think. There's only 9 seconds left. They don't really need to play it in. Gladman holds it up, plays it back. 2 seconds remaining. Casper Lee plays the square pass, and that is the end of the third quarter. Pakistan, they got a goal back through Sufyan from a penalty corner. Thought they'd got us, well, they won a penalty stroke, but Sufyan's was saved by James Carlton. Then Basharat Ali thought he'd scored, and when that was referred, it was rubbed out. So a quarter with plenty of incident, but the score is now in the final break. Great Britain 3, Pakistan 1.
searching for a place where you can live and learn? Where you can immerse yourself in your studies and still have room to roam? If you want to find all this and still more, start here in Perth, Western Australia.
Are you tired of boring resumes? Meet iJourney, a digital timeline that captures your skills, creativity and character all in one place. Capture your career differently with iJourney.au.
Well, the players back out for the final quarter. The clock counting down. 15 minutes to go. Can Pakistan find 2 goals, or will Great Britain hang on and get a very important victory? The defending champions looking to defend their title and make it through to the final. Pakistan push it back and get us underway. Came wide to Wasim. He played it back to Sufyan. It'll come to Wasim again. Down the line, and that's just too far ahead. And Pakistan, there's been a lot of bickering from them today. Waleed making the run, but the pass was way too far ahead of him. Good work in the forward line, trying to steal that was Fires Hamza. Super pass forward again. Royden Turner goes himself, try to just slip that pass, but it was well read defensively. And now carried forward again. Waleed tried to take it around the player. Sufyan was the player who carried it out and fed Waleed. Great Britain. And it just caught the foot, unfortunately, of Hewson. Into the circle it goes. The deflection goes away at the top. Fed forward, but good defensive cover from Ted Graves. And it will be a free out for Great Britain. A Ted Graves intervention again. Timely for Great Britain. Plays for Hampstead and Westminster these days. Over the side it goes, off the stick of Anan Shahid. Great Britain again, play it in from the side. Pidcock goes back to Casper Lee. Square in the defensive line. Comes back to Lee again. That was a good lead in the forward line as well. Lovely turn this time from Jack Stamp. Stamp trying to feed it forward. Anderson will collect that. It's gone outside the circle. Anderson turns. Forced away from the circle, keeps possession, tries to drill that one in, but hit it a little bit too hard, and there were 2 players sitting on the edge, and it just was nowhere near another Great Britain player. So Sufyan just taking his time. Not sure Pakistan have that much time. 12 minutes to find 2 goals, at least, if they want a point. Goes back to Sufyan again. Sufyan carries it forward and throws it to the air, and again frustration being shown by Waleed. Waleed saying, if you're going to throw it straight at us. Don't throw it into the space where we're going to run with a defender. Good work again by Austin. Austin goes on the overlap on the inside. Turning and playing on quickly. Jack Stamp. Stamp edges towards the circle. Into the circle it goes. Shot on the turn. Good save that time by Ali Raza to stop Royden Turner. Adding a 4th for Great Britain. Again, it's watched all the way and brought down well. Into the circle, that's a great pass. Good work being done by Anderson. Penalty corner won by the captain. Great Britain have their 6th penalty corner. Well, Anderson gets a pat on the head from Royden Turner. And this is a chance for Great Britain just to give themselves a little bit more breathing space, you feel. And once again, I'd just like to mention our sponsors, Hydration with Purpose. One Active keeps players performing at their best, and every pouch sold helps fund local sport. Fuel your game, fund theirs. oneactive.com.au. So we have Casper Lee at the first battery. Alongside him, Tom Spreckley. Casper Lee standing tall. Spreckley waiting. And it does go to Spreckley. Oh dear, that was high, and it hit the Pakistan player high. Did it hit him in the face mask? It certainly didn't look as if it was shoulder. It hit him in the shoulder. So good to see Akil Ahmed getting up off the ground. That would have been painful. Akil is one of the products of the Dart Academy, which has really contributed a great deal in recent times to Pakistan hockey. With a lack of sort of junior development, the Dart Academy has done great work. And over the tournament, I'll try and share with you some of the players that they have produced. So Pakistan trying to apply a little bit of pressure as Great Britain carry the ball out. There's not really anywhere to go. Played wide, and Gladman goes back into the defensive line. Casper Lee receives. Up the side it goes. That was a very good touch again from Royden Turner. Now it's Anderson again, accelerating into the circle. Pakistan player somehow kept that in play and kept his body away as he fell. And then it was cleaned up behind him. That was some remarkable defending, in fact. I don't know how it didn't hit the body as he went to ground, but it didn't. And Great Britain let that one run. We're into the final 10 minutes now of this match. Win to Great Britain will really give them a possibility of contesting the final in 2025. Great Britain will still have to play New Zealand, Australia, and Malaysia. Pakistan still have to play India, Australia, and New Zealand. Good break forward again from Mohammed Ahmed. Held up momentarily in the edge of the circle. Try to play it square, but out of play it goes. Again, Hanan Shahid, he was there, but the ball was behind him. I think it certainly looked it from the angle I'm on. So Great Britain happy to throw it long now. That was played, was it into the foot? Yeah, oh dear me. Stick on the back of the head for Royden Turner. Well, there was a clear blow. I think it was accidental. Certainly that's what the Pakistan player is saying. It was Sufyan. Tracy. And loses the decision that time. Played through the middle, full stretch. Great run, little bit of space here now for Shahid. Still going towards the goal, and he takes a tumble as it goes out of play, but Great Britain cleared it out to the sideline. They've got a chance now with numbers to play it out, and that will be their ball. But it was good recovery to come back. Shahid was using his speed to create space, and then was just closed down at the vital moment. And I mean, this is an under-21 tournament. Hanan Shahid plays for the full Pakistan national team, and I can tell you that there are some of the full internationals who don't close him down as well as Great Britain did then. Johor steals it back for Great Britain. Into the circle he goes, and reverse stick. That's a penalty stroke. Good work by Alex Johor. And he gets a hug from his teammates. It will be another penalty stroke in this match. Let's not forget that we saw James Carlton save the one from Sufyan. And is this again a Pakistan referral? I think it may well be. So Ryan Potter being kept busy up in the video umpire's box. And a yellow card has been issued. I think it was Nadeem who put in the challenge. So, yellow card, Nadeem. And he will only be back. Pakistan will be down to 10 until 2 minutes 30 left in the match. So it will be Dracy against Ali Raza. Can Dracy stretch Great Britain's lead? He went to the right of the goalkeeper twice the other night. Oh, he went to the right again, but he beat Ali Raza. And Great Britain have a fourth goal. Dracy has his second of the Sultan of Johor Cup. And that is just the right time that Great Britain wanted a goal. 7.5 minutes left. That, you feel, may be a bit of a mountain for Pakistan to climb. We certainly know that they are a talented nation. They have the capability. But just the way Great Britain have defended tonight, it's going to be very hard, you feel, for Pakistan. And great pressure again in the end, having to play the ball back was Samiullah. Stolen away, good work being done by Sturch Hibbert. Sturch Hibbert stretches to keep possession for Great Britain. Every minute so important, as now the pressure was applied there by Walid. But he gives away a free hit, looking to get on with things quickly again is Hewson. Goes out wide, it's a mistrap on the far side, and over the sideline it goes. Pakistan now not in too big a hurry to get there. Sufyan taking his time. Well, it's not been Pakistan's night tonight. Last night it was all smiles and celebrations. Tonight it's been recriminations and very few smiles, lots of scowls. Not kept in play by Great Britain that time. Sturch Hibbert just losing the ball as he was trying to turn as he got it under control. Zakaria. Back to Zakaria down the sideline. Hit with some venom. Oh, Anderson, I think he was trying to maybe play that in, and then I think he thought second thoughts about it. Let it go out of play, kill a bit of time, we get a long corner. And it's taken quickly into the circle. It goes, shot on the turn. Oh, it's another one. Sturch Hibbert gets his second and Great Britain's fifth. Well, this could be very important in terms of goal difference later in the tournament. But Sturch Hibbert gets his second. It was a lovely turn by him, and he finished well past Ali Raza. So 5-1 now to Great Britain with just over 5 minutes remaining. So that is good news for Great Britain. Their campaign is very much alive. Don't forget they only lost by the odd goal against India yesterday. So now they've done their goal difference the world of good. Moving into +3. Pakistan, well, they had +5. So now they're only down to +1. They won't want to concede another one in this game because they'll be down to 0. And with Australia, India, and now Great Britain will be ahead of them all. Still bursting forward, trying to make a chance, and the whistle has gone again. Shahid trying his best to spark something for his Tim Zakaria. The same, it comes wide again now for Sami Ullah. Long corner, won by him. Zakaria over the ball for the long corner. There were very few options. There were 3 Great Britain players in front of him, not allowing him to play the ball forward. Wasim had to go back, lost possession, carried forward again now by Sturch Hibbert. His tail is up, trying to feed it through to Anderson, but underhit the pass. Sufyan, though, says, I'll give it back to Great Britain, and he does indeed. Nice, mazy little run again from Tom Austin, who's had a really big game, but he's penalised for shielding the ball with his stick. Sufyan's body language is hardly uplifting for his teammates as a senior player. And that is, of course, one of the keys in tournament play like this is you have to keep going to the end. You have to try and get the goals because they could bite you later in the tournament if you go out on goal difference. Johota. Good ball forward again. Nice turn once more. Good work being done by Stamp. And penalty corner won by Jack Stamp. The teammates come to congratulate him. As I said, made his debut last night. Stamp already beginning to assert himself in the team. And certainly some of these players have been together for a while now for Great Britain. So for Stamp it might be a tough one to break into. So we still have 3 minutes left in the match. Penalty corner number 7 for Great Britain. And hopefully some of these players will be going to iJourney.au and putting their personalised view of their careers on iJourney, just to let people know what they're up to. Caden Dracy lines up at the first battery. Alongside him is Spreckley. They go to Dracy this time, and it's a good save from Ali Raza. His save goes all the way outside of the circle. Strong on the ball that time from Graves. He finds a player in a little bit of space. Help forward this time. It's Stamp again. Stamp wanting the return pass. Johota driving along the baseline. Wins the long corner for Great Britain. Just over 2.5 minutes left. I don't think the result is in doubt. In fact, it's a 16. It's not a long corner. Up the side from Pakistan, but look again, Great Britain still battling right to the very, very end. Pakistan coming forward. That was a good touch from Austin, determined to get there. He's given away the free hit. So Pakistan ball just outside the circle. I don't think that went 5 meters, no. Umpire agrees with me. Too keen to get inside the circle that time, Usman Ashraf. We went about 3.5 meters. Brought down on halfway. Good play again from Sturch Hibbert. Dracy. Over 1.5 minutes left. And Great Britain coming forward again. Johota ricocheted kindly for Pakistan. Played out to the sideline, and that was good work by Pakistan as they try to play it out of defence. Oh dear, Shahoda slipping. Free hit goes the way of Pakistan as we enter the final minute. Can they get a consolation goal? Zakaria surges over halfway. One hand on the stick. He's taking on Anderson. Anderson, though, again thwarts him, but it will be a free hit to Pakistan. Zakaria gets the ball quickly from the sideline. Self-passes, weaves his way into the circle, runs straight towards goal, and it's bounced out of goal. It's going to be a penalty corner. And, in fact, Great Britain are going to refer this one. So it may not be a penalty corner after all. Certainly very quick to query that was Cole Pidcock. Well, he still goes behind the goal to put on his protective gear. I think the players know that it can go against you, even though you're sure you're right. Meanwhile, Callum Douglas waits. Douglas really in this quarter hasn't had that much to do. James Carlton was kept busy in the third, but Great Britain have kept Pakistan at bay for most of this fourth quarter. Sufyan has made his way forward once again. He's at the second battery. Still waiting for the decision to come down from upstairs. Great Britain, well, they've got their protective gear on, but they're not going to stand in the goal until they know it is a penalty corner. And we wait once more. We apologise, as I say, that we can't share with you any information on this. There is no big screen. There is no audio. So it makes it very difficult. I think the reason that we have the referral here in this tournament, it is going to be a penalty corner, is because obviously the players want to get used to it for the Junior World Cup. So third penalty corner of the match for Pakistan. Sufyan and Nadeem wait. Slight shift again to the left. Sufyan has played it straight into the defender. So it will be another penalty corner. Unflinching was Ted Graves. Sufyan again has now moved to the first battery. Nadine is at the second. They go to Sufyan. It's missed by everybody. It's come all the way through, almost up to halfway. Pushed wide now by Pakistan, trying to keep it alive. It was a good ball in by Hamza. Ball from the side, Zakaria trying to get something late in the game, goes all the way through. And it's ricocheted back to Dracy, who puts it out over the sideline. 8 seconds remaining. Zakaria, well, he didn't stop the ball definitely there, but the umpire has let it go. A free hit outside the circle. The hooter goes. And I am going to say this again. The umpires need to make sure the ball is stopped at late in a game. Obviously, this game it's not going to matter because it is a comprehensive victory for Great Britain. But late in a game, you've got to make sure those things happen so there's no contentious goals right at the death. But it's been an emphatic performance from Great Britain, who really bounced back after their defeat last night. 2 goals to Johnny Sturch-Hibbert and 2 goals to Harry Markham. Sufyan with a consolation for Pakistan, along with well, that was their only consolation, wasn't it? But the final score is Great Britain 5, Pakistan 1.
Are you tired of boring resumes? Meet iJourney, a digital timeline that captures your skills, creativity and character all in one place. Capture your career differently with iJourney.au.
Are you searching for a place where you can live and learn? Where you can immerse yourself in your studies and still have room to roam? If you want to find all this and still more, start here in Perth, Western Australia.